Hello, good evening to everybody. I'm so happy to be here again to make live video for you. So I'm happy to announce that I'm joining museum training in Pitt Rivers Museum in Oxford, and I'm going to make a new video about history, about England, about Oxford, and of course about Ukraine. Because in this Ukraine, I found many objects from Ukraine. The staff from museum told that they have 53 objects from Ukraine. So I'm going to make research about them and tell you about their history. But first of all, I would like to recommend this museum, Pitt Rivers Museum. It is here. It is very nice, as you see. How I find this museum? Actually, not I find this museum, but my son. My son is, as you know, 4 years old, and his favorite animals are dinosaurs. So we went to Dinosaur Museum in Oxford. We were walking around, and after, I did not know where they going together with grandmom, but after I found them, they told us we were in very interesting museum. This is very dark museum, and it is underground. So they found another museum. It was Pitt Rivers Museum. The most excited things for my son were ships. He found chunks of ships from over the world, different. So we explored ship together with him. After, we met there a lady who were volunteers and who teach people to play on the ancient instrument. So he was also excited. If you go to Oxford together with kids, they definitely like this museum, especially ships and musical instruments. What is unique about this museum? In this museum, there are 500,000 different objects from over the world, because in the time when England was empire, it's capture many different things from over the world and take them to England, and here people organize museums. The history of museum started in 1884. It was 19th century, and as you know, in 19th century, people were excited about future, because in 19th century started technical progress. Scientists invented new things like cars, telephones, different new techniques, and they were of course excited about future. As you know, in that time in the Great British Kingdom was Queen Victoria, and this period was called the Victorian period. Victoria support much to artists, to scientists, to historians as well. And by the way, this museum was built in so-called Victorian style, with columns, very decorated, very nice. It's, I think, called the classic style or something like this. But of course, people not only thought about future, they thought also about past. Many people started to collect different old things, especially rich people who had a lot of money to buy old things. And among of these people was Lieutenant General August Pitt Rivers. He was a rich man who got solid offer, who inherited the big capital, yeah, and also he was militarist. Pitt Rivers, he took part in different military campaign that happened in Europe, on Malta, and also in Crimea, because in the second part of the 19th century, there was so-called Crimea War. From the old time, Russia tried to capture Crimea. Not only now, but it started there 100 years ago. In that time, Russia fought against Ottoman Empire. And on the side of Ottoman Empire fight also France and United Kingdom. And as I understand, Pitt Rivers fought for United Kingdom in Crimea. Yeah, this is the lieutenant. Yeah, he was a noble person from England. He was militarist, and he gathered the big collection of many different items in the 19th century. In this museum, there is the stone lady, the statue of lady from Ukraine. Probably this statue was taken by Pitt Rivers from Ukraine, from the south of Ukraine in that time. So about this statue, I hope that I will tell you next time during my next museum session. So tomorrow I'm going to have training in museum. So wish me good luck, and I'm glad to tell you a new story, and hope that one day you will visit Pitt Rivers Museum in Oxford and discover new things for you.